Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to this channel, my name is Priscilla, aka Legacy. So yeah, we're in 2021 guys, and I want to use this opportunity to wish each and every one of us a happy new year. I pray that this year brings us closer to our dreams, all our heart desires are fulfilled, our inner joys, I pray that all of them come to pass. I know 2020 was generally a very difficult year for most of us. It presented us with uncertainties, fears, but if we have life now, then it means that we have a purpose to achieve, and it means that there is hope. Yes, regardless of how 2020 was, I know there were lots of people that achieved greater things last year. It was a turning point for most people. There were so many amazing things that happened to a lot of people in that year, and so we have reasons to be happy. We have reasons to be grateful to God for what He has done for us in the past and what He will do for us. For those of us who didn't have a pleasant year last year, I know that once you have life, like I said earlier on, there can be a turning point for you in this life, and I pray that that comes to a reality, or that becomes a reality. So that will lead us to what we have to say today. I'm actually excited. I came, across few things, few messages that people shared, and gathering them, and also, adding to some experiences that I had last year, and all of that. I also want to share some 5 key principles that I think they are worthy of reflecting on, and if possible, applying them would help us achieve so much this year. I don't know how to start, but yeah, there are things that we already know, like there are no new things, but probably sometimes, from time to time, there is the need, for us to reflect our minds on some of these things. And the first thing that I thought of when I was putting this together is the power of no. I know this might sound like a very trivial, like who can say no, but actually there are a lot of us who are not able to say no, and primarily because we want to please people. This year, if you want to break barriers, if you want to move forward, if you want to do great things, you have to learn to say no. And by doing so, you actually give yourself the opportunity to say yes to the right things. Yes to the right things. So if it's a year that we are saying no to laziness, no to unnecessary spending, no to abusive relationships, no to a whole lot of things that draw us back, that draw energy from us, this is the year that we should gather that power to say no. To say no. And it's not just about that too. There are times that I feel that people ask us for things, people bring their requests to us, and genuinely we cannot do them. But instead of saying no, we prefer to lie and then tarnish our integrity, tarnish our image, our hard-built image and integrity. Please say no. No one died by saying no. Actually, maybe someone did, but yeah, if you learn to say no, you would be amazed how much change it will bring to your life. Yes, and let's also learn to say no to bad friends, bad energy, all the things that genuinely that you do not want in your life. Genuinely that they are drawing you back. This is a year that we should develop that power to say no. Enough is enough. Now let me move on and say yes to all the things that matter, all the things that will bring progress to my life. Point I would like to touch on is the need to keep our circles small. Yes, keep our circles small. It's not about the quantity, actually, it's about the quality. I know, yes, it's important if you have people around, a lot of people around you. I'm not saying it's bad, it's good, but what are the qualities of these people? Okay, what are they bringing to your life? So if you surround yourself, for example, with 9 poor people, trust me, you'll be prepared to be the third one. And you can agree or disagree, but the reality is that we learn consciously or unconsciously from the people that are around us. So if you surround yourself with people who are ambitious, people who are achievers, before you realize, you are behaving like them. You are also being pushed, you are being motivated to move out of your comfort zone to reach your goals. But if you're surrounded by people who are lazy, they don't see the need to to progress, they are always gossiping, they don't discuss ideas, always doing unnecessary things. Before you realize, you are picking some of these attitudes up, you become complacent, you are demotivated, you don't see the reason to get to the top. You give excuses, for achieving greater things, and that's just how it is. That's why there is this saying that says that show me your friend and I will show you your character. That is how it works. Even the Bible mentioned it. It says that bad company corrupts good character. So make sure that this year you pay attention to your circles. Who are in your circles? Have you thought about that? Who do you share your thoughts with, your secrets with? Who are they? Are they trustworthy people? Are they people who would be there for you, rain or shine? Are they people who are willing to help you reach your goal? Or are they people who will pull you down, who are jealous of your achievements, who are not happy to see you progress? Make sure that we think about it. And this year, if we are able to sieve our circles and maintain the quality rather than the quantity, I'm sure that we can also be able to achieve great things. The next thing is planning. Wow, planning. If you fail to plan, you actually plan to fail. So this point is simple. Everything revolves around planning. I know that sometimes there are people who say that whatever would be. Que sera, sera. Yes, it's true. Whatever would be. But if you plan, it guides you. It helps you to even see opportunities. Most importantly, I believe. So, for example, if I'm to ask you right now, how many red cars have you seen in this year? Maybe you might struggle to give me an answer. You might not even remember any you might have seen, but you weren't paying attention to that. But if you have it in your plan that you will be counting red cars, trust me, you would see a lot of them. So when you plan, it opens your eyes to opportunities. You're able to see opportunities and grasp them and use them for your own improvement. So planning is very important. And I know most of us are in the habit of planning in our heads. We don't like to put our plans down. But this year, make it a habit to put your plans on paper. Any plan, and I'm also talking about budgeting. Budgeting is also part of planning, and it's good to put them on paper, because sometimes in our minds it becomes abstract, like very abstract, but when you put them on paper, it actually becomes realistic and achievable. And I've seen this over and over again. There are times that I try to, like when I'm doing my monthly budget, or we are doing budgets as a family, there are times that we write it on paper, and there are times that we just say it. Oh, okay, we'll do this, we have to do this, this is how much we spend, this is how much goes here and that. And sometimes when you're doing it in your mind, for some reason it seems like the money is there, but when it clicks that, okay, let me put this on paper, then you realize that you're actually budgeting for things that your money, you are over budgeting. Yeah, that's the reality. So let's learn to put some of these ideas on paper and help us. And if we make any budget, make sure that we are able, let's make sure that we are able to spend within our budget. Let's not overspend with our budget. and it will help us this year. It would help us to cut waste. It will help us to identify leakages that drain us financially, most importantly. So it's very important, and it saves us a lot of stress and unwanted emergencies. Yeah, the fourth point I would like to touch on is the need to develop ourselves. We need to add value to who we are. We cannot constantly be the same people. We need to add value to ourselves. So this year, if you need to take a course, if you need to acquire a new skill, whatever that you need to do to develop yourself, to add value to who you are, make sure that you grasp that opportunity and develop ourselves. And most especially to the women, sometimes we think that it's just enough to be beautiful, it's just enough to look good. No, the world has moved beyond that. So if you're still at that level, please, I'm sorry to tell you that you might probably be the only one in that class. We are moving. Ladies are doing great things. So make sure that you add value to yourself. Yes, it's okay to be beautiful, but add brains, because that is what is doing the magic now. Beauty with brains. It's not just about beauty. Make sure that what are you bringing to the table? People want to know. As a woman, yes, you can be all of that, but if you're not bringing anything to the table, if your brains are not working, then I'm sorry. I am very, very sorry. So this year, yes, let's all try and develop ourselves. I think last year I got into the habit of reading, and I wasn't able to do so much, but the little that I did, it was worth it. I learned tons of things, and applying them, they were great. So I'll encourage everybody to develop ourselves in whatever capacity. If it's a skill, please don't look at what someone else is doing to develop themselves. Look at you, look at your situation, and see what suits you, and I'm sure that everything will be. The last thing I would like to touch on is savings, and it's such an important habit that we need to cultivate if we already do not have, or we already do not do. If 2020 did not teach you anything at all, I'm sure this one thing it taught you, that savings are important, because last year a lot of people fell on their savings. Some lost their jobs, some were at home for a very long time, and those who had savings, even those most of them, those who had savings felt the impact, but I'm sure that they would not feel the impact as much as those without any savings. And so moving forward, let's learn to save. In fact, the Bible referred us to ants, ants that we do not value in our society. We see ants and we kill them. In fact, they are full of wisdom that we need to go and learn. They save in good times, they save for the bad times. And I'm sure most of us are also in the habit of, thinking that, okay, I'm working I'm working so hard, and why would I leave the money if I die today? Come on, you live long, so save. And I need to enjoy. Yes, you need to enjoy. You can save and enjoy. You can save and enjoy. Maybe you might have to delay, your gratification, your full gratification for some time. But I personally believe that you can save and have fun as well. It's all about planning and budgeting, which one goes where and how. But also be aware that you cannot eat your cake and have it. So make sure that and understand that once you want to save, it means that you are willing to make sacrifices. Yeah, you are willing to make sacrifices, and for me that is important. And if you are able to save, you would see how how your life will change. It's not just saving. When we save, let's invest, let's put it in something that will bring us returns, so that we keep multiplying and multiplying, because our finances are everything. Everybody wants money, like everyone wants money. And if you don't have money, like me for instance, if I don't have money, I get angry anyhow. If you come and come as a man can, yeah, and I'm both will be some style. So money is important. So this year we need to put measures in place to make sure that our finances are solid, and we can start by saving and investing. Okay, so yeah, I hope that we have all learned a lot. These are things that I'm also reflecting on and trying to put into practice, and I hope and pray that we all do this journey together, and at the end of the year we can have an evaluation of the year and see that, okay, these are the things that we applied and it actually worked, and encourage other people to also do the same. So on this note, I want to wish us once again a happy new year. Take care, and I love you all. It's your girl Legacy.